Hi everyone, Cordelephant here. Back on Corwin, back in Wiz, doing another video. This time, I'm gonna do a series of tutorials on housing. This is basically going to be housing tutorials, on how to decorate your house nicely and neatly and efficiently and uniquely, most of all. So I'm gonna be teaching you techniques. After you're done watching this video, you're gonna be able to place any item anywhere in the entire house, any way you want to place it. Here we are in my island getaway. I bought it the other day, so it's completely empty. I haven't actually started decorating. But what we want to do is, I have this summer tree. We're going to place it right there. There we go. And what we want to do is get this quetzal egg. Now I want to place it on the branch, balancing right there, to make it look like, you know, a bird put an egg in a tree. So how are we going to do that? First, get your rug. We're not using the first technique where you just, you know, the basic technique that everyone knows, the carpet glitch, where you just, oh wow, look, the egg's coming with it. But, you know, the problem with that is you still can't place it in most places, you know. You can place it in the wall if you really tried, but, I mean, you can't place it up in a tree or anything like that. So what we're going to use for that is we're actually going to glitch this rug to be right there so we can place the egg on top of it. And how we're going to do that is with the, I like to call it the mouse wheel drift technique. So what we're gonna do is get this tatami floor mat, or you can use another small bleaching rug, whatever you want. Either one of those, just a small carpet, any small carpet. These two work the best, I find. Usually I tend to go with the tatami floor mats more because they're smaller, so they're more durable when you're trying to do this. But anyways, what we're gonna do is don't click to place it just yet. Hover it, just touching barely the carpet, and use your mouse wheel and go in any direction while you're touching it, and the carpet comes with you. But when you move it, it doesn't come with you. You have to actually move your mouse wheel again, and then it will come to your place. So using that, you can move it absolutely anywhere. You can move it up a wall like that if you wanted, and then you can use it to actually travel around your house weirdly like that. And you can go absolutely anywhere with that. But what we're going to do is we're going to put this rug in the tree like so. Actually, let's start from this side. Place it a little higher. Just want to get it in the right place so the egg isn't too low or too high, so it doesn't look like it's hovering, or it doesn't look like it's inside the tree. And what we're going to do is move the egg up onto the rug here. And as you can see, it's not quite, it's kind of on the side of the branch, so let's fix that. Move this tatami floor mat under the rug, and it'll move like that. See if that works. That works a bit better. It's actually perfect right there. On the branch. Perfect. So now, what we can do is, we don't like the rug right there, obviously. We want to get that out of the way. And if you click the rug and move it right now, it'll move the egg with it. Don't do that. Since we mouse wheel drifted the rug up there, it's not actually up there. But since we actually placed the egg up there and it made this sound, if it makes that clicking sound, that means you actually placed it there. And we didn't hear the sound for the rug, so we didn't do any clicking to actually place it there, so it's not there. You just see it on your screen. You see it there. If I were to have a friend, but if I would have a friend teleport to me, he would say the rug's down here in the place where we actually placed it. It's only up there on our screen. So if we actually go inside and then come back out and reload the area, the game will correct itself and the rug will be down where we originally placed it. See, right there. And we can pick it up because it's no longer attached to the egg. But the egg is still up there because we actually clicked to place the egg. So that's a loophole around the red. You can place any item anywhere using the mouse wheel drifting technique. Takes some getting used to. It's a little weird, but it's extremely useful. It's definitely the most important technique of house decorating. Now, another technique that branches off of the last one I showed you is this technique where you can place wall hangings absolutely anywhere you want. So usually wall hangings only really go on the interiors, on the inside of houses, on the walls. You can't place them outside usually. You can't even place them here because it's not actually a wall. You're still outside. So a way to do around this is to get one of these large castle block walls. Place it right there. And you can place a wall hanging on it. These are wall hangable items, so you can place any wall hangings on them, whatever. Anyways, and then after you've done that, you can move the castle wall, and the actual wall hanging items will stay. So that's pretty cool. And also, if you want them in a place where you can't usually put like a wall, like I can't. If I wanted to hang it on the side of the house, but I can't actually place the wall right there, you can actually glitch it using the mouse wheel drifting technique, but not directly. You can't directly, these castle blocks usually, no. To the extent of my knowledge, all castle blocks are completely carpet glitch proof. KingsIsle, when they were making these new items, they were like, nope, we're not having none of that. So they made them actually, you can't even use the old technique where you actually place it on the carpet and then move it, because it will not move, even so. So what we're going to have to do is get one of these flat wooden platforms, and we can actually place the wall on top of the flat wooden platform. So I'm going to get it right there, line it up with the line. You see that line right there that it's nearly lined up with? Hold on. Get it on the other side. Yeah, this works best actually. Okay, you see that line right there? Where it actually lines up with this line right here that I'm dragging my mouse across. This line right there. You can actually line that up with that line and use the mouse wheel drifting technique. Get the flat wooden platform exactly where you want it. And just remember that line, and kind of place that where you want it to go. Now we can place the large castle block right onto the wall. Almost perfect. Let's actually get it back a step. It's too far forward. I'm going to get it one snap back. There we go. A whole lot better actually. So if we place the wall there, and then we move the flat wooden platform out of the way. You can go inside and then come out, like I showed you earlier, and reset that, or you can just do that. That's a lot quicker. Just move it out of the way. And place a wall hanging on top of the thing. Stop. You see. And you can move this out of the way, and voila! It's on the side of the house. Kind of a little space in between. It's imperfect. You can fine tune and kind of move it if that bothers you too much, which you can't really notice it if you're not like examining it extremely close. So there's that. You can put like torches up here. That would look nice. I'm probably gonna decorate this house sometime, kind of do something like that. Anyways, yeah, those are the basic techniques. Those are the two techniques that you really need to know. Yeah, that's it for this tutorial, pretty much. Those are the basic techniques that you need to know, and these are the housing items you really need, you know, the materials that you really need. Most can be bought in the bazaar or the crown shop. I'm going to show you what I've done with these techniques personally, and show you some of the houses I have made with those techniques. So this is my Wisteria villa, which I've kind of had for a few months. I've decorated and got these statues here, whatever. I glitched them up there, and this is my hall of tapestries, which I put this bridge here. I glitched it there. You can't usually put them. And I also, these roofs, you couldn't usually walk on them. What I've done is I've actually placed small wooden platforms just barely underneath the layer of the roof, so you can't really see them. But if I were to move them out of the way so you can actually see them. See? They were right there. Anyways, yeah, that took like forever to do. And let's go ahead and reset the area since I messed that up. See, as long as you make a mistake right there and it isn't actually finalized and placed, you can always just reload the area and kind of undo your screw up if it comes to that. So I'm doing here. And, actually put my horse on a lot faster. So we can go all the way over here. And these bridges are actually crafted. Housing items are outside, I think. Yeah, stone bridge. Not that hard to craft. You just need water lilies pretty much and stone blocks. But yeah, bunch of tapestries. This one, I hate walking all the way to Aquila, so I have a tapestry there. Dragonspire is kind of like when I'm in a dungeon and I just come home, and I'm still in the dungeon, I want to like go get health really quick. I just use this tapestry to go to the health area, and I just get health, and then I teleport back to the dungeon. That's quite useful. I have all the useful tapestries here. This one's for when I was Darkmoor farming, and this is just like a kind of shortcut to Darkmoor. Just go to Nightside and then straight to Darkmoor. One to Arena, one to the Hatchery, and probably the most used ones I have are the ones to Vestralin, that's for farming Halfang Bristlecrown, and the ones to the Bazaar, that's just for going and selling when I'm farming Halfang Bristlecrown. So that makes farming much faster, and it looks quite nice, I like to think. The bridges and everything. And then I have a arena portal here. This goes to an arena. I actually have like a little closed off part of my Aquila house that serves as the arena here, which I can change the music that plays when I'm actually in the battle. I think it looks quite cool. It fits the music really well. And the ranked PvP, I don't have a membership right now. But yeah, I have a ranked PvP kiosk. And this is the portal back. Every time I mess with portals, I always make a portal back to where you were. That's just a thing I do. It's convenient. If you don't do that, then people will go through the portal and they're like, well, what the heck? I can't go back.
Today's assignment is to get a reading by defeating one of these creatures in this
kind
location.
Of my main house.
Good luck!
So I have portals hooked up to the workshop. That's where I go to craft stuff. And my garden. That's where I go to garden art, obviously. And I actually glitched the house over there. I mean, the car. Did I say the word house? I glitched the car over there. I glitched the fountain actually in the water over there. I put all the house dungeons together in one area, so that's easy. And I actually made a whole new thing on the bottom over here, a dock. Usually you cannot get to this place, like, at all. But I placed a dock. I made a whole dock out of castle blocks. Castle block floors. The floor, large wood block, whatever. So I made castle blocks because I thought they looked really nice and seamless. It's just kind of repeating pattern. If I would have made it out of large flat wooden platforms, there's a lot of seams. Like the edges of this are darker than the rest, and it just doesn't look nice when you hook them up to each other. I thought this looked absolutely gorgeous. And I made a whole dock, and I parked the boats over here, and plants and a floating wood plank to kind of make it like realistic that this is actually there. And all of the support columns are actually under the water. They go under, so it looks like it's actually attached to the sand down here, and it's actually like part of the dock. Kind of go up here and chill. It's pretty nice. And I made these scuba diving gear over there, oars, and a boat over there. Also a boat coming in from over there to dock, kind of. And I just kind of put things in their place where I thought they looked nice. And, we can teleport back up there. And I'm good. I've noticed that I'm kind of good at making interiors, but not that good at making exteriors. You know, there's a lot of open space around here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. It's not quite 100,000% finished as of yet, but the inside almost is. The outside I still have to work on. There's a fruit punch bowl. I didn't really glitch anything there. They just kind of look nice by itself. And over here we have the spare bedroom. This is kind of like the guest room. I glitched the teddy bear on top of the bed because that kind of looked pretty cool. And I also glitched the carpet here. It's going kind of through the wall. It looks really nice, really closely. But I think it looks pretty nice, just kind of there. And I've also placed books actually on the railings, so you can sit here and kind of read a book while you look at the birds and the butterflies and stuff. That looks really nice, you know. This is the main bedroom, my room. Just kind of placed wall hangings and all kinds of katanas and stuff that I collect throughout the game. And I placed a newspaper right there, kind of imperfectly, you know, sideways on the table. I thought that looked pretty cool. Like someone was just sitting here reading and they had to get up and go do something. And I placed a drink right here, like a root beer flask. Not flask. What the hell is it called? I don't even know because I can't click on it because it's an invisible wall. But I glitched that there. You can't usually put it there. And then this is the office over here. I glitched the rug right there and this one right there too. You usually can't place anything in these rooms on this blue part closest to the wall. Only on this carpet in the center of the room. So I kind of glitched things to be closer to the edges of the room because I thought that would look nice. And I'm quite proud of this music. It's beautiful. It's called the Cool Ranch Spanish theme. It's actually from Pirate 101. So you have to farm. You can only get it one way as far as I know. Either bazaar sniping, because you can sell it, or this one way you can actually go and fish. I have a fishing set somewhere. And fish in the Polarian Shipwreck house. And if you get a chest when you're fishing in the Polarian Shipwreck house, if you reel in a chest, there's a chance that the chest might have one of the music scrolls from Pirate 101. And there's a lot of them too, so. But it's quite rare to get one that way. Another thing that I have to work on in this house is this area. It's a lot of open space. I'm not done with this level at all, but I want it to be kind of like a washroom, kind of sauna, lounge kind of thing. I don't know. But this balcony I'm pretty much done with too. I have a bird cage and some flowers and a painting thing. Easel, artist's easel. It's a canvas, and we have a couple chairs here for just hanging out, and looking at the yard. It's a really nice yard. I love the way it turned out. And yeah, that's this house. But the latest house that I've been working on actually is actually my treetop getaway. This is my main house. I use it for like outside for when I want to get around, when I'm actually doing things. I usually always have this house equipped, the Wisteria Villa. But the treetop getaway is kind of like a house I'm doing just for the looks of it, and it's really nice. Let's go see that. So this one, right when you come in, there's a lot of trees and stuff. This is a very natural, kind of foresty house. I put a lot of tingle brush, kind of glitched everything close together. And I know a lot of people like to spam the same exact type of tree over and over again to occupy space. And that looks... I've never really liked how that looked. It's just the same repetitive tree over and over again. So what I've done is I've got the same type of tree here, but they're all different sizes. There's medium, large. See, these are the large ones, and then this is like a medium one. And these are small ones over here. And just kind of made this area look, occupied the space really naturally looking. It's not the same exact type of tree, so it's not repetitive. It's not neat at all. It's not like nice and organized. It's natural looking, because that's what a forest should be like. But anyways, the inside of this house is what I'm most proud of. That's just the World Gate area. The inside of this house took forever to perfect, because I just love it. See, there's this koi pond over here. We got Mushu furniture, which I quite like. You can get the furniture pack over in furniture sets in the Crown Shop, and I believe you can buy them with gold too. I think they're like 20,000 a piece, 20,000 gold a piece. So you have to farm for them, but they're well worth it. Really, the best furniture set in the game so far. It just looks so nice, and this wallpaper is actually from it too. And I actually made the wallpaper in the ground kind of like a dark, rocky, kind of lounge type of tone. You want to set the atmosphere of a room before you actually start to fine-tune it, because and the things that affect the atmosphere and the feel and the color and the contrast of a room is usually mostly the wallpaper, the tile, the floor tile, and the music as well. Is very important. And this is the Azteca Zoltan theme, I think. And as we move up, the theme and the feel and the atmosphere really changes into like a library, kind of nice, and it's still like kind of a relaxed tone, but it's more bright. I used brighter colors for the flooring and the walls. And this took forever to do as well. I actually glitched a teapot there, and the books right there, and the map. Those usually aren't there. This is a new housing item. It's called the sturdy table with bookshelf. You can only craft it with a sonic spring, which you can only get from the boxes event. So anytime that's out, definitely farm for sonic springs, because some of the best looking housing items require sonic springs to craft. This is actually just the base item. I actually glitched these there. Those are trophies from tourneys, and the book and the tea. And I always think potted plants look good next to doors and on shelves and all that stuff. And if you can't find a potted plant that you like, there's a lot of them. If you want to be really unique about it, what you can do is actually get your own pot and get your own plant and glitch it on top of it. Right here I have a tall dragon vase with a sparse frond planted in it. And sparse fronds are actually the item that you use to actually craft the house. So if you go over here, you actually need 3 sparse fronds. They're really rare to get. And I actually accidentally bazaar sniped 4 of them instead of 3. So I had an extra one, so I figured, oh hell, I'll just put it on display inside. And this is how it turned out. I quite like it. Yeah, this is the study. And if we go up a level, this is the washroom, kind of. There's like a sink over here, and the tub. I really love how this tub worked out. The bamboo on the side of the tub, it's actually part of the tub, but it looks so nice next to the landscape painting right here. It looks so, it just works together so well. And the picture on the side of the screen, Soji screen, I think it's called. Yeah, Soji screen, right? Yeah, that works quite well too. Towel rack and all kinds of stuff. And if we go up a level, this is actually the bedroom up here. We placed like an Azteca type section over here. I thought it kind of tied itself together really well in the corner over there, kind of isolated. It looks pretty nice. I thought the blue and the yellow and the orange and the red worked really well with the green and the light green, yellowish kind of stuff in the window. Kind of contrasts with the rest of the environment. Really good. And the music player hidden in the corner over there, underneath some tangle brush. I thought it looked kind of weird on its own, so I just kind of put tangle brush in it to make it more filled in. And as you can tell with the bed and the landscape painting in the background, I kind of went with a green theme. So this wallpaper works just absolutely perfect. And I didn't really place any tile because I thought that the tile kind of worked on its own. Yeah, you see, any other tile just makes it look weird, this spiral thing. So I thought it looked fine like that. And if we go up here, there's another tub for when I want like privacy, and then so I just kind of put it by itself up here, and that's the inside, basically. Detail is key when you're. It's absolutely important when you're making these houses. Detail is the most important thing. A lot of things just close together like this in areas where you want it to be very imperfectitious. Like all these books are kind of imperfectly placed. They look quite nice. That's actually one housing item right there. It's the untidy bookshelf. You get it from Grizzleheim, I believe. But yeah, up here I can show you the recipe. There we are. It's not that hard to craft, honestly. It's not bad. It looks really good. I put a book and a globe on top of it, and some books on top of this as well, because I thought the top looked kind of bare. So yeah, just a lot of detail, and that's pretty much it for the inside. The outside here is pretty good as well, but obviously I said earlier I'm not that good at decorating exteriors outside yet. So over here I have like a little settlement right here. I have another sparse frond. I just have like a few of those sprinkled throughout the house. Whenever I see them in Bazaar, I just buy them and put them in here, because sparse fronds are supposed to be like rare and stuff, and I just have them everywhere. And so over here we have, I actually glitched those right there. You can't usually put stuff right there. So if you go, let's go. Yeah, I actually glitched the petals over here too as well as take of water lilies. I think they look really nice. So just floating there alongside the statue and everything. So yeah, that's basically the two houses that I kind of almost finished, and am proud of. That's pretty much it for this video. The basic techniques I taught you can use, and be original, be creative about where you place your items, what combinations you can make, what items look good next to each other, and just the level of creativity is just, there isn't, sky's the limit. But yeah, see you all next video. The next tutorial I'll be probably introducing some more techniques and showing you guys new kind of stuff you can do, and yeah. Alright, see you next video, guys. Peace out!